She's my supermodel.
What's up, YouTube? Long time no see. It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My channel is all about home, beauty, and lifestyle DIYs. In today's video, I want to share with you guys how to clean your Keurig machine. If you're like me and you weren't aware or you don't know how often to clean your Keurig machine, this video is for you. I have had this Keurig for over a year and I've never cleaned the inside. No judgment zone on my channel. That's what we do here. I don't judge you. You don't judge me. That's how we do. But now that I know, I'm gonna take you guys through step by step how to clean your Keurig. Walk through this with me. So let's hop into this, how to clean your Keurig. First thing we're gonna do is clean the exterior. So obviously the exterior is something that you guys probably already clean because it's visible, it's easy to clean. I use two things to clean mine. This method spray, I let it sit for a few minutes and come back and wipe it down. I just wanted to show you guys the things that I did have from the original box of the Keurig, the solution and these two little gadgets to clean certain parts. So I wanted to show you guys that. I still have the manual as well. Sometimes when we have our machines for a long time, sometimes I don't keep the box. I don't have the box to this, but I had some of the, the things that came in the box. So once I let the method spray, sit for about 10 minutes to kind of like loosen up any grease, dirt, debris, then I use a damp paper towel to just kind of wipe down the machine. Again, you guys probably already do this because it's visible. You can see when something's looking dirty, dusty, or whatever, and it's easy to just be like, okay, I'm wiping down the counter, I'm wiping down the refrigerator. Let me wipe this down too. So I'm starting here, and then we'll get into the weeds of things as far as cleaning the interior, breaking certain pieces down to clean it, etc. So this is pretty much how I clean the exterior. Because I haven't cleaned this in so long, there's a lot of extra stuff, okay? So I'm going to have to go in with the Dawn dish soap that I typically use around the kitchen anyway to kind of give this an extra clean, but this is where I started. Don't forget to clean this piece here. A lot of like coffee residue spills fall down there and it gets disgusting. So you should definitely wash this part out like after every use, I would say. I haven't washed it in a long time, but I know I should be washing it out after every use. So I just pretty much use Dawn dish soap, rinse it out in the sink like I would wash any dish, rinsed it off, and then wiped it down. Note, in case you don't have your manual, they said to not put that in the dishwasher. It's not dishwasher safe. So how to descale. So this solution comes with the Keurig. I don't know if you still have it or not. I'm sure you can buy it separately. Once you peel it's like you can peel off the instructions to kind of see how to descale. So pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to fill the water tray that you use to fill up the Keurig with water for your coffee. You're going to fill this up with solution. So the bottle says 1/3 of the way. I actually did 1/4 of the way because I didn't want to use the whole bottle in this one, first use. I wanted to save some because I felt like if I would have poured 1/3 of the way up, it would have pretty much been gone. So maybe this is for like a one-use thing and you have to buy a bottle for each time. It says it's recommended to descale every 3 to 6 months. So I guess it's not bad to have one bottle for, 2 to 4 times a year, I guess. Then it said to fill it up to 10 ounces with water. There were no like ounces measured on the tray. So I just filled it up to the max line that's on there. Just filled it up with room temperature water. So you're definitely going to need a mug because what you're doing is pretty much flushing out the system with this process. And so you're going to need the mug to catch the water. So you want to remove any pods that you may have. Just excuse me if I don't remove my pods after every use. I typically just remove it before I use it again. So you want to do this process with no pod inside. So all you're doing is starting the machine, running it as if you are making a coffee drink, but it's just water in solution flushing out. So you're going to fill your mug up with this solution and you're going to run it through a couple of times. The instruction says to do it twice with the solution and then cut off your machine. But what I did was I just ran it through like 3 times. Then I cut off the machine and then I let it sit for 30 minutes. Then I did it one last time until all of the solution was gone. So I'll show you guys, I'll just let you guys watch this process. It's just a repetitive process. Just to note, you guys are going to see me pressing the power button multiple times. Nothing's happening. So it tells you to, like when you get to your second brew, it tells you to power off the machine as it starts to brew. Unfortunately, that did not work for me because my power button wasn't working. I don't know if my LED screen or I don't know. But what I did was prior to my last brewing, I just unplugged the machine, let it sit for 30 minutes like the instructions said, and then cut it back on. So you see right here, I'm looking kind of crazy trying to cut it off. I don't know why it's not cutting off. But to be honest, I haven't tried to power it off. The Keurig is literally always on unless I unplug it, which I never do. So it's pretty much just always plugged in, always on, just ready for me whenever I want to make coffee. I'm literally making coffee like once or twice a day, so it's always on. So this is the last bit of solution draining out. So you pretty much do that. And then you're going to end up filling it back up with just water. So you're going to flush that through a few times with only water and no solution. And then you're done with this process. Okay, next thing is cleaning the pod holder. So the pod holder is that little part that holds the pods. I never thought to look inside this and clean it. Let me know in the comments below if you do, if you have, if you haven't. I just definitely wanted to share this with somebody who is like me in the same situation as me that doesn't know how to do this, maybe doesn't have the instructions and just wants some help to do it. So it took me a minute to kind of figure out how to take this off because the instructions didn't really, it showed it, but I think a video is a little bit better to just really see the process. So what you have to do is you have to push the 2 sides in and then you can feel where you have to lift it up. You'll see. And you just push it up. So once I took this out, you see all that brown stuff, that's all coffee just built up over time. It's so disgusting. I'm so glad that I had a conversation with somebody and they told me about cleaning the Keurig out. So it made me, think about it. Sometimes when you're so busy day to day, you don't think about certain things, but this is disgusting. This is so much buildup. So what I'm doing is I'm going to just wash this out as if it's a dish. So you have to break this apart like I just did. I'm taking some Dawn dish soap and some hot water and just like giving this a good clean, getting all that like residue, old coffee. Like it's so disgusting when I clean this out, but I'm so glad I did it because now I know. And now I know that I need to clean this regularly. So it's clear to see where you need to clean. Just try to clean it thoroughly and then rinse it, obviously, so that there's no soap. And this is how you put it back. I think it's very important to see how to put it back because it's a little bit tricky. And now that's clean. So last thing I'm going to show you is how to clean the brewer needle entrance. And so this is here. This little piece that comes with the machine. Hopefully you guys still have it. So pretty much what the instruction says is to put it in. You fit it in like you would fit like a little pod in. And then it tells you to lower and raise the handle 5 times. And that says it's loosening up any coffee grounds from the entrance. So it's pretty much, I guess, using that to push down or to help force out any extra debris, grounds that was retained in your brewer. So it's a super easy process, super simple, but just something to show you guys in case you didn't know. Then you're going to remove this little pod accessory. And I'm sorry, I didn't note that you're supposed to cut the machine off before you put that little pod in there. So hopefully you guys are listening to my voice and not just watching, so that you know to do that. And then once you pull the lever up and down a few times, then you're going to go ahead and cut the machine back on. And you're pretty much done. You're ready to go. Your machine is cleaned out. You wipe down the exterior. You've descaled. You've cleaned out your pod needle. And so you're good to go. And I would say try to do this full deep cleaning every 3 to 6 months. That's what's recommended in the manual. But obviously you just wipe down your exterior as often as you see it needed, and then wipe down the part that holds the cup as well as you see needed. So what I'm doing right here is just kind of like doing another flush through. Just put some water in the holder and just kind of like flush the system out one last time, just to make sure that everything is super out. One last clean little flush through. And now I'm ready to make my coffee tomorrow morning. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this type of content.